Once again, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know fight week. Devin the Dream Haney versus Brian Norman Jr., November 22nd, out there in Saudi Arabia. But one quick question, y'all. One quick question. Did Devin Haney truly want to fight Brian Norman Jr.? Does Devin Haney truly want to fight Brian Norman Jr. November 22nd? Or did Devin Haney had no choice but to say yes to Turki Alalshikh's option? Because if Devin Haney would have said no and would have declined it, then Devin Haney, next payday, probably would have been the same amount that he was going to get versus Sandor Martin. Remember, before Turki Alalshikh, right? Before the Turki Alalshikh got into business with Devin the Dream Haney, and after the fight with Ryan Garcia, he was going to be facing Sandor Martin and only top-ranked bidder $2.4 million, meaning that Devin Haney was just going to get paid one point something million dollars. A significant pay cut. Thanks to Turki Alalshikh. Now, this ain't no real criticism on Devin Haney, because Devin Haney said yes. And Devin Haney got a good resume. And Devin Haney was going to be fighting the rematch with Ryan Garcia after the Jose Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? He secure his deal. He secure his side of the deal in beating Jose Ramirez, and Ryan Garcia did it by losing to Rolly Romero. And then Devin the Dream Haney was the negotiations to fight Teofimo Lopez, a fight that we've been waiting for, right? A fight that we've been talking about for such a long time, right? A rivalry. They're going face to face in arenas. They're going back and forth in social media and stuff like that. They got history. Teofimo Lopez pulled out of the negotiations. But really, there's never been a conversation between Brian Norman Jr. versus Devin the Dream Haney. And Brian Norman Jr., when I remember, it was supposed to be a Brian Norman Jr. and Boots thing. And then Teofimo Lopez was supposed to be fighting Boots, but Boots pulled out of the contract and the offer of Turki Alalshikh. And Turki Alalshikh did publicly state that Boots declined these fights with Virgil Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez, right? But did Devin Haney truly wanted Brian Norman Jr.? Or Devin Haney just wanted to secure that big payday that he was due to fight Ryan Garcia, but he wanted to secure. If he doesn't say yes to Turki Alalshikh and fight Brian Norman Jr., then, again, he was going to get paid as skimpy check. Same amount he was going to get with Sandor Martin. Now, we all know that greed played a part in Devin Haney losing to Ryan Garcia. Greed played, and I'm not gonna say it's tough to say greed, because at the end of the day, they are prize fighters. They got to fight for the money, right? As well as legacy. And Devin Haney got a good legacy for his age. What, 26, 27 years old? They got a good legacy, right? Got a good legacy so far. But did they pick Brian Norman Jr. for the legacy in which he's gonna become a 3-division world champion? But timing is everything. Well, there was force to say, you know what, we got to get this money. But greed played a part in the Ryan Garcia situation. Let's not forget that Ryan Garcia came overweight, right, in that fight. And remember, Devin Haney was the champion. Devin Haney was acting like the B-side in negotiations. And when Ryan Garcia came overweight, they didn't even renegotiate. They wanted that 600, what was it, a 600K? The 600K that Ryan Garcia had to cough up because he came overweight. Each pound was, I think, what was it, 200K each pound? They could have easily pulled out of that fight and fight Barbosa out there in the Barclays Center. But then what happened? Greed played a part. They were trying to secure the bag. And not only to secure the bag, I think that it was to secure the bag and secure a potential numbers of pay-per-view, so they could go into negotiation with Gervonta Tank Davis after the fight if they was victorious. Because leading up to the Ryan Garcia fight, it was all about the Gervonta Tank Davis stuff, right? So, we all know that greed played a part. Money played a part. You know what I'm saying? And they did mistakes. And Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, manager of the year, prior to that, alluded to the mistakes, that he won't make those same mistakes in the future. You know what I'm saying? What hiccups? Everybody have a hiccup. And shout out to Bill Haney for putting himself right back in position and making the type of money that he's making, and the type to also earn that type of legacy, because Devin Haney could become a 3-division world champion. And I got Devin Haney beating Brian Norman Jr. I got Devin Haney. I'm favoring Devin Haney to beat Brian Norman Jr. I believe that Brian Norman Jr., yes, he has a statement knockout. He looks apart. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at his resume, and I just can't. It's no comparison to Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney has faced veterans, have beaten world-class fighters, have beaten the guy that beat the guy, right? And I think that Brian Norman Jr.'s resume is too manufactured for me to choose him over a Devin the Dream Haney. You feel me? Devin Haney doesn't have the type of momentum though leading up to the Brian Norman Jr. fight. That fight, yes, he beat Jose Ramirez, but let's be real, let's be honest. That's not the Devin Haney that became the undisputed. That's not the Devin Haney that went out to the 140-pound division and beat Regis Prograis. Even the approach of Ryan Garcia, that was a whole different type of Devin Haney. But I understand that we've been begging Devin Haney to be entertaining and sit on his punches and stuff like that. But Devin Haney, that's not his skill set. That's not that's not who he is, right? Maybe the best thing to do is just run and secure the bag like he did securing this bag. But are they doing the same mistake that they did with Ryan Garcia? It's all about the money. Let's secure the bag. Let's secure the bag. Let's secure the bag. I don't give a damn. We didn't want a Brian Norman Jr. And I don't think that we're ready for Brian Norman Jr. right now and stuff like that. We never fought at 147-pound division because that Jose Ramirez was a catchweight. I don't know, man. I don't know if we could do it right now. I remember that movie. Remember the movie with Will Smith and what was it? Enemy of the State. Y'all remember that? Remember that movie when I forgot the good actor, the white dude, and he said, you must be something like you must be either you a genius, either you the smartest thing ever or whatever, or you the dumbest mother ever. You know what I'm saying? Basically that. This choice is, if he beats Brian Norman Jr., man, all praise. If you lose to Brian Norman Jr., I think the question that I'm questioning right now is going to come into play. This Devin Haney is doing the same mistake he did going to get Ryan Garcia when he could have easily pulled out of the negotiation, could have easily pulled out of the unprofessionalism of Ryan Garcia, right? Y'all already know what Ryan Garcia did to him. Beat him up from pillar to post. Yes, he tested for Osserin, but at the end of the day, the world of boxing still gave Ryan Garcia the benefit of the doubt. We didn't know the hell what Osserin is, and we don't think that Osserin actually did the job. I think there was skills that paid the bills with Ryan Garcia versus Devin the Dream Haney. But we all know that they accepted Ryan Garcia unprofessionalism because of the money. Again, they're all prize fighters, but do they truly want it? Brian, I know they wanted Tio because that's a fight that they've been wanting to have, right? Maybe it's Shakur Stevenson that was first on our list. Bill Haney is a businessman, so he's looking at it as a manager, as a business, as a percentage, or he's looking at it as a businessman as well. This may be a big mistake or big congratulations. Because I remember when Devin Haney and they said a potential Brian Norman Jr. fighting Devin the Dream Haney, a lot of people thought that Devin Haney was crazy because they didn't feel, probably he looked like he had PTSD going to that Jose Ramirez fight because he was running like Forrest Gump. Is he ready? I see a lot of people talking about how his physique is looking good. He's cut up. And look, I'm going to tell you like this. Devin Haney always been in shape. Devin Haney is one of the most incredible. He's one of the most incredible athletes in the sport of boxing in terms of to shape. Always in shape, always cut up, 8-pack, 9-pack, 12-pack, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Perfect frame. But that's not the issue of Devin Haney. The issue is here. Is he here? Is he going to go all out? Is he going to fight like Jose Ramirez? Because Devin Haney's got a high IQ as well. But is he right here? Is he right physique-wise and coming in shape? There's never been a question in Devin Haney's career. But the question is he right here? So I don't give a damn about the photos they put in, the sparring they put in, the training they put in. He's always been in shape. Is he here for Brian Norman Jr.? I do believe he has the skill set. I do believe he has the experience. I do believe that he could be. And I'm predicting Devin Haney going to beat him 115, 113, 116, 112. But I wouldn't be surprised if Brian Norman Jr. does hurt Devin Haney or probably stop Devin Haney as well. Even though that we see Devin Haney that even with Ryan Garcia, man, you got to kill that man to keep him down. because he got a lot of cojones. He got a lot of cojones getting this fight as well with the momentum that Brian Norman Jr. got and him moving up to the 147-pound division. Let me know what y'all think. Is it a big mistake or just Devin Haney daring to be great?